Soma fans, this is the n00b guide to the Myth of Soma. So a few of you have been messaging me saying what's different about the server, how do a level, how does con work, So I'm going to show you basically from scratch what you do. This is probably going to be a part one because obviously how to create a character can take a long time. So I'm just going to kind of do the basics in this video, how to get going, what you need to know, and how to log in. So basically you create an account on the website, which is pretty simple. I'll put a link to the website in this video somewhere. So I've just made a new account. I haven't actually logged into it yet. So basically log in with username and password, and then you get to come to this screen here. You can choose between Soma and Soma. I would probably recommend doing Soma first because it's got a bit more to the game and it's probably a little bit busier than Soma. Obviously try both, but I'd recommend doing the Soma version first. You probably get a bit more help on it as well because there's a lot of new players. So basically I would click human, and then you need to create your character. So let's just call me the n00b. Okay, so I'm the n00b, and then you've got 3 point spaces to spend. I highly recommend putting them all on Constitution, okay, because it takes the longest to get at the beginning, and you need to do a little bit of that at the beginning to do that anyway. You can edit to male or female here and do whatever the fuck you want, your hair colour and all that shit, so it doesn't really matter, I'll kind of just do it as. But I would definitely put it on Constitution. Ignore all this power type, speed type and all that. You can train it all during the game. So click OK, then click OK, and you are then in the game. Nice and simple. You can read all this stuff if you want, so you want to know how to move. It tells you how to move, but it's pretty straightforward. Once you've done it for maybe an hour or so, it's pretty straightforward. So yeah, if you're completely new to the game, have a quick read of all these things first, and then just cross off it, okay? So hopefully you can see everything on the screen now, fingers crossed. Sometimes when I do this, my camera disappears. So basically, you're in the game, okay? All the people that you see running around that kind of have a name above the head are real people, are real players. So if I go down here, you can see there's the Catholic here, there's Rage Store, there's Rage's playing store, and I'm kind of filming this at like kind of lunchtime afternoon, so I doubt the server will be quite busy, but I'm just going to have a quick run around and see who's playing. Oh, there's quite a few people down here playing, punching elves and stuff. So at the moment of the recording of this video, there was a Christmas event on, which means there's elves in it, which are really good to do your first part of training on. So let me tell you about the training. You have things that you need to train, okay? The first and probably the most important thing that you can do at any point actually is a Constitution. This basically controls, in a nutshell, how much HP and MP you're going to get. So how much health and how much kind of mana you have. I would probably recommend getting this between 16 and 18 first before you do anything. You can do this at any point during your kind of gaming. But for example, let's say if you do 18 from the start off, you'll have, every time you level, you'll get that equivalent HP, not 18, but I can't remember exactly how it's measured. You maybe get like 67 HP level. The more you get, the maximum you can have is 30, but you can do it later on in the game. So even if you have 18 con all the way to level kind of 99, and then you do up to 30 con in that level, you'll still get as if you've had 30 con the whole time. It rounds it up, it levels it up. So I just want to kind of clear that up. I would recommend getting 18 though first. So how to get con? Pretty simple. You punch elves or you punch bricks. So you go into battle mode. So if you press tab, you can see here, I'm in peace mode now. Tab, you go into battle mode. Which means you're ready to punch some shit, man. So basically, I would walk up to this elf, because just hit the ones that other people are hitting is fine. You would then start to get Constitution. I'm not going to do it forever because it is quite slow beginning to get Constitution. I want to show you kind of how to hit monsters and stuff. So basically, you punch this guy here, and it does take a little bit of time to start off with, but it's kind of an investment in your character with Constitution. It's something you'll have to do gradually throughout your character build. So if you keep punching him here, it's probably not going to happen anytime soon because it does take, to get to 18 Constitution, it's probably going to take you about 3 to 4 hours, I would say, if you're hitting the elves. So just bear that in mind when you're doing this. It doesn't come instantly. I want to kind of show you what happens when you start hunting. So let's say I've punched the elves now, or punched bricks with the elves on in time. And my Constitution's 18, okay? I'll probably be level 7 or something like that, okay? I've got no stats. So, how do you gain stats? Well, you can do two things. You can do your melee, which is kind of strength and the dex, or you can do your intelligence. Wisdom is kind of goes levels with intelligence. It's basically, I think it's how quick your mana restores or something like that. And charisma isn't kind of really worth anything. It's basically, if you kill things in a party, you get charisma for doing it as being the leader of the party, so you don't really need to know that. Basically, the main thing you need to do first is strength and dex, so I'm just going to cover that on this video. So, really simple. You need to run to the right over here, and you're going to choose your weapon. Now, there's no kind of really right or wrong weapon, like which is the best, which isn't. I think bow has an advantage just because of the distance, but it's probably the hardest to train. So if you click the blacksmith, you click buy and sell. Then you can buy training swords, training axes, training bows, training knuckles, and training staffs, but I wouldn't do any staff training yet. In a nutshell, bow will give you the most dex, but it's probably the hardest to train. Axe will give you the most strength, but it's probably the easiest to train. I would recommend going with sword first, just because it gives you a mixture of both dexterity and strength very evenly, and it's probably the easiest to level up. So if you're new to the game, I'd recommend sword. The auras it gives you as well gives it the it kind of restores your HP, the aura that you would use to hunt with, so it's very easy to level. So I'd recommend sword. If you're an experienced player, bow's probably the one to go for, but just bear in mind that bow items are very expensive because most people are bow. Okay, if you go with something like there's spear as well. Spear is another weapon which just gives you an extra range, only by 1. But to be honest with you, just go with whatever you fancy, because if you enjoy swords or bows or axes, do whatever you kind of want to do. Okay, but I would recommend sword if you're new, bow if you're experienced. So let's go and hunt some things. So if you press Control M, on here you've got the map. Basically, this area here to the right is where you will be first. This area in the middle is where you'll be second. Okay, when I say first, I mean to about 18, sorry, between 16 and 18 dexterity. I may have that wrong, but you'll probably get the idea with that one. My screen's just gone really dark. Let me just pull in my laptop 1 second. Let me pause the video. That's better, Soma fans. So, basically this is a map, like I said. You can hunt over here. You're going to hunt really easy monsters first. Then you can start hunting just under the town with orcs and tigers and things like that. So if you press F10, you can see all your inventory. Basically, you've got cheap clothes. I would just stick them on. And you've also got beginner HP pots and beginner MP pots. You only really need the HP pots right now. So let's show you what you got to do. So if you press Control as well, you'll start running. But I would go out of town. So obviously this guide, if you're watching this video and you kind of know this, bear with me because I'm going to show you some things about the server that are new after this. I'm just going to kind of show the basics of hunting, like really quickly. So if you just run outside town here, you can see here there's monsters. Literally, shoot the monsters. Click on them once, and you will start to hit them, okay? You can see the health of the monster at the top. All you have to do is click them. You don't have to keep clicking. It's got a great kind of auto kind of attack feature this server has now, which Soma didn't have. So literally just one click and it'll start attacking. So I would also pick up most things because you can actually sell them for bar. They drop all sorts of stuff that the little monsters do. So you've got dire wolves. Basically you can kill near enough anything here. And if you notice that, bing, there's a level up. So as you level up, you get more HP, you get more MP. And obviously if I had more constitution, I would get more HP and MP. So I'm just going to show you some things here. So as you see the top left-hand corner, the the blue is you gaining stats. So I've just gained dexterity, I've just gained bow skill, I've just gained strength, which is cool, right? This is kind of what you want to see. And at first, it's really quick. I mean, if I press F9 now, I've already got 1 strength, I've already got 1 dex, and I've already got 0.7 bow skill. Skill is really quick. We've increased the rates dramatically on skill. I think as well, up to kind of level 40, you could probably do level 40 in probably 1 to 2 days, I would say, especially if you get a bit of rested XP, which I'm going to explain about in a minute. So at the moment as well, if you see my experience here, there's no rested XP. It's actually, the bar is orange, okay? But when you log off, overnight or whenever, and you always log off in town as well, never log off in the, you don't get rested XP if you log off where you hunt. So when you log off, you can go to town and you'll get something called rested XP. That means that when you start hunting again, for a certain percentage, you will be twice as fast. So the rates without rested XP compared to Soma are 4 times, so it's still pretty quick without it. With rested XP, it's 8 times. What I'm a fan of doing on my main character, Matty, obviously you will see, is I will craft when my rested XP's run out, and then when I've got kind of about 50%, I'll go and hunt for however long until it ran out. So you can see here I've got a few stats, so I've kind of got a bit of strength, a bit of dex, and I think this slightly speeds up as well as you go along. I think it's quite slow at the beginning, but it does speed up when you're going to get to the scale raptors. So basically I would do this, just hunt around until you get about kind of between, I think around 16, 17 dex, and you probably get about the same strength, depending on what weapon you're using. Obviously you're going to have to go back and forth to town to buy parts, to repair your armor, and to buy more armor, and to do all sorts of things as well. Also, if, a bit of tip, Mr. Matt's top tips here, if you go to where I brought the weapons from, and if there's any people crafting, which there is. So Vesp is crafting. If you ask very nicely, they might craft you some weapons, and they're a lot better than the ones that you can buy. So if you want to PM me, and if I'm here, check I'm here first. If I'm here, I'll do it for you. If I'm not, I'll be hunting. They'll craft you some, beginner weapons, and you can get some tagged weapons, which obviously makes it better. So ask them if you need to. If you're not, you can buy the weapons from the blacksmith. To buy better armors, you just come down here, and the armor vendor. He doesn't have a lot of armors, but you can buy and sell armors. You get up to 28 strength armor here. Okay, so leather, male and female. Make sure it says this is male, so it says M, and then this is female, and obviously females wear skirts and shit. So you can buy, the armor you need for the new part of the game there. But again, if you want someone to craft some for you, you can probably get a bit better quality if somebody crafts. And again, ask the crafters very nicely. Okay, a couple of new things. So there's another video on this YouTube channel about the combine feature. Go and check that out if you haven't yet. Also, quests. Select quests. So this guy here, Guxio, that's how you pronounce it, is quest. If you press Control J, you got available quests. So I will have to go and basically go and collect these fortune tickets from the various shopkeepers around the town, and I will get some bars, you can buy some more pots. So do the quests because they are very good, and there's a hell of a lot of new ones added. There's quests all the way up to, I think, level 100. There's things like you can get, great dragon tablets, egg piles, upgraded bows, intense armors. So compared to Soma, the quests keep going on and on and on, not just to level 30. So the quests are really kind of good. I've had some great items from the quests. To buy potions, just come to the region vendor here, click buy, and I would recommend the beginner potions. So they don't cost a lot, they only cost 10. If you sell kind of the candles and the leathers and the wooden boards and the linen, so I've got kind of 44, so I could buy another 4 pots if I needed to. Really simple, okay? And obviously if you do your quests, if you do that quest where you just run around town, click on the NPCs, you get 250 bar, that's 25 HP pots. That will last you quite a while. So that's, in a nutshell, what I would recommend. So I would do around here to about 16 to 18 dexterity, then just run to the left, so going out of town to the left, kill orcs, tigers, up to about kind of 25 dexterity, something like that. 25 strength, 25 dexterity. That is the first part of what you need to do. After that, I would recommend, if you know what I'm talking about, go to Merc and go and kill scale raptors till you hit 44. Then I would go and do int training on up to 60, up to raves naked basically, so 68 in. And then I would do bow on raves until kind of 65 dex. That's kind of where I would get to. By then you probably get the idea what you're doing. You're probably in a guild, you'll have loads of friends and shit. That's what I would do. If that's all confusing to you, then feel free to ask anyone in the game. A couple of new features are tagged. I can't really show you because I'm not on my main character, but tagged weapons. You get lots of tagged weapons and you can combine them, which I've said before. The monsters, some of the drops have been edited as well, so you get better items at certain levels. And also, when events are on, all the monsters drop presents, which you can cash in for really good items. Like literally, I've seen noobs cash in and get like tablet of wisdoms, which are really expensive. So you've got a very good chance of getting items. But the thing is, what I want to kind of stress in this video, and this is kind of really the point of this video. Like, I've had a lot of PMs saying, who's the highest level? Like, what stats do you have? How long was it able to cap? For me, the game isn't about that, because if you're thinking, right, I'm going to be the best, then that will just take over your life. It will kind of ruin you, and you won't enjoy the game. What I want you really to do is start to enjoy the game. So I started off exactly as I just showed you then. That's pretty much what I did. That was my plan. I'm now level kind of 60, and I've enjoyed it. That's the main thing. I've enjoyed everything that I've done. I've not just done it to become the best. I'm never ever going to be a fucking one-hit wonder. I've not got the time for that. But what I do, I enjoy the banter, I enjoy the people, I enjoy trading, I enjoy achieving things. So I'm going to do a couple more videos about me getting the hero armor, getting the Atlas bows, and all these things that are kind of landmarks in the game. It kind of makes you feel really good. The first time you put your gold armor on, the first time you wear bone armor, which I'm actually not done yet, the first time you shoot your third aura, all these things are kind of what the game is about, and it's the experience that you should be enjoying. And also the people. Yes, there is some absolute fucking tossers on this game, as there will be on any MMORPG, but there's a lot of great people as well. So don't ever think you need to be the best, I need to have the best armor, the best weapons, I want a machine gun bow. No, because if you are thinking that from now, you're new, you're not going to enjoy it, because it's going to take you a while to get there. Like I said, this server's been up for a couple of years, but there's a hell of a lot of new players, and I am enjoying every kind of second of it. I really am. I am nowhere near kind of good by any means, but I don't care. I've made some good friends. We've done some great events, killed some bosses, gone on hunts, got some good items, got some rare drops. That kind of gives me a bit of a buzz about this game. So don't ever think I need to be the best. I need to be the best. I need to kind of get the best guild and all this stuff. No. Also about guilds, I would recommend joining a guild as soon as you can. Some guilds shout the recruiting and things like that, but basically to this dude here, Guildmaster, click apply to guild, and whatever you want to do. Faint Guild is what I'm in, and we do help a lot of new people. We are quite full, I think, at the moment, but you can also PM me or Finn, FN, PM at FN. You can do that one. So, again, this is just kind of the first video, the basics, what to do, how to get going. So I've covered con, you can do it at any point. I would recommend getting a higher dexterity first, before anything, so I'd recommend a kind of a bow. Bow is probably the easiest one to level up, sorry, not the easiest, the best one for your dex. If you're completely new, I would do sword, because sword gives you a very even balance between strength and dexterity, and it's the easiest to level. You don't have to run to town for pots a lot. So that's it, events on at the moment, and there's also some cool stuff going off. I still was on doing events, so good coming to game. Don't take this game too seriously, just have a bit of fun. Enjoy hunting, enjoy the excitement of it, and also another thing about hunting, like on the Ethereum Loop is quite a drag hunting. Should censor. So also about the rested XP now. So as you can see, rested XP about 12.5%. So I've been studying town basically. So when I go and hunt now, the 12.5% will be kind of like double speed, so it'll be really quick. And again, as you can see, I've been stood around for what, 4 minutes, something like that. The rest of it will be very good. So if you log off for half an hour, you come back, you'll have 100% rested, you can go and smash some hunting again. So you can level up really quickly if you're not a hardcore gamer. If you're hardcore, then your rest is going to run out. But if you're a casual gamer like me, you got a career, you got a gym to run, which is what I'm sitting right now, then that's what you need to do. Log off, get your rest of XP up, go and hunt. It's twice as quick. Also, any monster in the game can drop a legendary item and tagged items, which is fucking amazing. So literally I've seen people hunting kind of where I was and get like legendary boots, legendary shoes, things like that. So it kind of makes it exciting, because every monster you kill, you can get a legendary item, which is super rare, but it does happen. I probably see 2 or 3 drop a day from all the monsters across the map, so it's really interesting. So it kind of makes that a little bit more exciting. And also when you're hunting, if you're getting kind of lower level items that are tagged, you can now combine them and get a better one, and that makes it again a bit more exciting as well. So that's step 1, 10 noob guide. Join the guild, do a bit of con training, go and do some leveling, and that's about it. But most of all, enjoy the game. Don't be a bell end, help people out, and spread love throughout the Soma community. Yeah, I'll end on that note. Peace.